Hi, it's the Geeky Guys. We're back, and it's Christmas.
It is. Merry Christmas.
As you can pretty much see. We had a bit of news a little while back that apparently there was going to be no Doctor Who Christmas Special this year. Bit disappointed. A lot of people were quite annoyed, disappointed. Christmas tradition, British tradition every year for the last 10 plus years.
So we've decided a new tradition. Don't need Doctor Who. The Geeky Guys Christmas video is going to come out every year on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, so we're going to replace it. So even if they don't do it again, you're covered. The Geeky Guys save the day.
We put a lot of polls out recently, Christmas related ones and Doctor Who related ones as well.
As we have to.
So we did a poll that said which Doctor had the best Christmas specials, being as there isn't one this year.
Yeah.
And they thought they'd
Of
run out
three.
of ideas.
Not all of them. You could go back to the Feast of Stephen and William Hart and all that kind of thing. But we went for modern Who, so for David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi.
Yes.
And the votes came in.
They did.
They did.
And as I glance at my screen, they're not live, but I pretend.
No.
Live results coming in. In third place, I don't think it was too surprising, didn't have quite as many, but the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, 18% of people said.
I quite liked a couple of his actually. But yeah, probably about fair. Out of the three, I would say.
To be fair, it kind of ruined it with that superhero stuff.
That kind of put people off a little bit, didn't they? Thought they'd gone a bit the wrong way with that.
And I think, as you would expect, second place, Matt Smith, 32% of people said he had.
I mean, he did some really good ones. Into the Time of the Doctor was a very popular one at the time, I remember. The Snowman, of course. So yeah, I think unsurprising with that, that was a good one. And in first place,
obviously, David Tennant.
David Tennant,
50%.
yes.
Over half of the people that voted.
Yeah, pretty much half the vote, wasn't it? Pretty much.
It had to be. I think he had more Christmas specials than anybody else.
Yeah.
And when you look at some of the really, I mean, my favourite is Voyage of the Damned, but I mean, that's just a personal favourite. But we also did a poll to see which of his
special was the best.
Or what people thought was the best.
Yeah.
They might be wrong.
They might be wrong.
We'll tell you if you're wrong.
The votes came in last place with no votes actually, which surprised me. I thought a few people might have liked it because there was a bit of an emotional aspect and exploring the character of the Doctor from a different way. Was the Next Doctor, David Morrison.
The comedy stuff in
Jackson Lake.
Yeah, I love the comedy. I love the fact
hot air balloon TARDIS.
To start with, the Doctor actually thinks he is going to be a future Doctor.
Yeah.
Until his sonic screwdriver is just a Phillips screwdriver.
Yeah, and his TARDIS is a hot air balloon, and it's in a shed, and he's got a companion, Rose. But that's about as far as it goes. But I think it was quite a good episode. But apparently, in the long term, people haven't loved it. So that certainly didn't get.
Having said that, Dave, it was a choice, and you had to pick one out of several.
Yeah,
and of course,
true.
From the ones we put on there.
Out of the ones on there, you're not going to go for that first now. After that, in the next place with 14%, actually just over 14%, we've got two. The Runaway Bride with Catherine Tate and the Rachnos, and also The End of Time, which was the two-parter with John Sim coming back, obviously, as the Manic Master. So they're in joint place, unbelievably. And the winner, with a big 42, nearly 43% of the vote, was the Christmas Invasion.
You see, I look at that result and I was a little bit, I agree with the other two being tied, they were pretty good. Christmas Invasion, it beat Voyage of the Damned.
It did,
Voyage of the Damned coming in at like 31%.
Yeah.
I would have said they were just slightly the other way. But having said that, Christmas Invasion, the Doctor wasn't really in it for
not a lot. It was very classic Who in that, where stuff was going off and the Doctor was incapacitated, still regenerating, and wasn't much help. But it does have the feeling of Christmas with it, the emotional aspect. It has the Killer Santas and the Killer Santas and the trees and everything.
But Voyage of the Damned has the Titanic.
Yeah.
And Kylie Minogue.
What could be more Christmas than the Titanic and Kylie Minogue?
And her name is TARDIS Part. I mean, come on, Astrid Peth is TARDIS Part.
Exactly. I think a lot of people at the time hoped she'd go on to be a companion, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But yeah, I think that was pretty good poll. I think those two. I think a little bit in a way. You can kind of see why the ones that won. I think you can see that. And I think that brings us quite nicely on to now to another big question, and that's best Christmas film. Now, unfortunately, we could probably have had about 12 options on this, but Twitter only allows you 4. So the 4 that we went for on this one.
We went for The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Which, that's the one with Tim Allen?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Christmas.
Vacation.
Gremlins and Home Alone.
And Home Alone. A good set there. I think
yeah.
they're all pretty decent films.
We didn't put Santa Claus the movie in because, let's face it, that is the all-time favourite film at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a good one. 34th Street. They would have been really high.
So A Wonderful Life, that would have been high up as well, wouldn't it? I think.
We tried to make it a few different ones.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think I probably agree with this poll.
Yeah, I think I would.
In last place, they put Gremlins at 15%.
Yeah.
We'll whiz through these. So National Lampoon's Christmas at 21%.
Yeah.
Second place, 28% for The Santa Claus, and of course our good friend Collie Culkin at 36%.
Yeah, good old Kevin McAllister took the win.
It's still a classic.
Yeah, and I think it is an archetypal Christmas film. It's family. It's got that emotional feel-good thing about it. It's of course I think it's set in New York, isn't it? I think
the second one.
It's the second one in New York.
The first one is in his house. The second one is lost in New York.
That's it. That's right.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think we can agree on that one. It's a very classic Christmas film. I think most people watch it every year. I think it's on TV most years, to be honest. And if it isn't, it should be. And our poll says it should be as well.
Yes. It leads us quite nicely onto other films, because obviously we could have put lots in there. They were all obviously based at Christmas time.
That's right.
Now, you only have to say Die Hard to get
them talking.
To get them talking. Is it a Christmas film? Well,
yes.
Yes,
quite
yes, it is. We've just answered that for you. It's set at Christmas.
Exactly.
It's a Christmas party. You can't get more Christmas than that.
Going to Nakatomi Plaza, going to Nakatomi Tower, and going to the Christmas party. It's just Christmas, isn't it? There's guns and
They
explosions.
did officially confirm, I think, just a while ago that it was a Christmas.
Yeah, I think official body somewhere has said it's official.
Some writer or whatever it was said yes, it was a Christmas film,
which we agree with. I think a few of the other ones. I think we mentioned one early. Certainly, one I can remember from a kid was Santa Claus the movie. Dudley Moore, I remember in that, and John Lithgow. I think he's in it as well, isn't he? Yes. Young John Lithgow, who still looks exactly the same.
I forget his character's name now.
Yeah,
the guy who was
the big toy
manufacturer
guy, wasn't he?
I just remember him stuffing his face with candy canes.
And the kid floating up to the cookie jar and with the flying candy, getting the cookies. But yeah, that was a good one. That's a classic. I think some of the other ones as well. Jim Varney, Ernest Saves Christmas. Very funny slapstick. A little bit like National Lampoon's Christmas comedy film. It's bigger in America. You don't get it on over here very much. I've got it on DVD, so I can watch it whenever I want. But that's a good fun, all the family round kind of humour Christmas film, we'd say. We've also got Superman, E.T., The Karate Kid.
Superman's my favourite Christmas film, just because that's one of my favourite films. But it came out at Christmas.
Yes, we checked this earlier.
13th of December 1978. It came out. Day before my birthday.
Yeah, so it's in fact a Christmas film.
It's a Christmas film. So that's good.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton's very good. Uncle Buck.
There's actually a calendar online where someone's put together like an advent calendar of films. Yeah. So you can actually watch films from day 1 in December to day 24, and it's like the top 24 films, Christmas films. So each night you watch a film. It's a really good idea to do that.
Yeah, it's a brilliant way. One thing I would say on Christmas films, just to kind of wrap it up a little bit, the modern classic Christmas film that was a couple of years ago, it was a BBC movie. You don't get very many that are just purely BBC movies that often now. There's one with Eddie Izzard called Lost Christmas.
Oh, right.
Don't know if you've seen it, but it's very kind of, going back to Doctor Who, it's very Doctor Who-y, very time travel-y kind of film. But it's just done really, really well. It's very, very clever, The acting in it's superb, and it is just like an entertaining, clever romp for Christmas. So I definitely recommend watching that.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, I might have to lend it on DVD.
I'll
It is good, that is.
Yeah, so I mean, they're just some of our favourite films.
I don't know if you want to.
We've not talked about The Holiday of Love actually, because
No,
they're at the top of everybody.
they're kind of given, aren't they? Well, there, aren't they? Everyone's going to be watching them. But I think what we need to reflect on now is probably what sort of a year we've had. It's been quite a busy year for Geeky Guys, hasn't it?
Yeah, just lately we've not been as busy. We've been very busy in the real world. But yeah, we've done quite a bit this year. I'm just looking at the stats. I mean, you put these together.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I read these. We've done like 15 podcasts, 22 videos, over 300 minutes of material. We've included 20 unboxing videos. We've actually got some already filmed, ready to be uploaded.
We have.
We've also done a video just a little while ago where we looked at all the sonic
All the
screwdrivers.
sonic screwdrivers, the
or at
whole
least
set.
most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them,
That we
including the new Jodie Whittaker one.
Yes.
So we've done that, so look for that coming very soon.
That'll be coming out.
We've had a delivery of the Discovery plaque.
Yeah.
Like we did the Shenzhou a
That's
little
true.
while ago. We're going to be looking at that.
I'll
Plus
look
one
at
of the
that
Klingon ships from Discovery. That's already arrived. That's ready to
Yeah.
look at.
And I got a text this evening to say that my 13th Dr Xmas figurine is going to be coming on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to get Doctor Who for Christmas. So well done, Xmas.
We've only got one celebrity interview in the bag this year. We had to
Yes.
delay a few. There was a few issues, but
It was scheduling, wasn't it? A lot
It was
of it. We
scheduling.
kind of said to people, "Can we do this weekend?" And then people were called back in to do filming, final shots, ADR, things like that. And they're like, "Oh, we can't do it. I'll have to put it off." Sometimes we got held up and we couldn't do it. But we've got a few in the
we've got a
doing
few
the irons
set
in
up
the fire,
ready
haven't we?
for next year, so we'll get those
We
sorted.
had a very nice chat with Tamsin McDonough, didn't we, from
Yes.
Lucy from Killjoys on
Yes,
South
she was
Five.
lovely.
Had a good chat with her, and we will pick up with her again at some point to talk about season 4 and season 5.
We'd got one or two conventions out of the way this year.
Indeed.
We got to MCon in Nottingham.
Colin Nottingham's always a good
We
one.
did both days there. We did London Film and Comic Con, and we did the 2 days there. Destination Star Trek. We were there from the Thursday to the Sunday. We did
Yes,
the
that was a
full
good
thing.
one. That was very
That
good.
was fantastic.
But I think we ought to talk about maybe some of the favourites that we've had this year. I mean, certainly we met Hugo Myatt, didn't we, from Nightmare.
He was a really nice guy.
It was really fun to meet him. We never got to go into the dungeon ourselves under the helmet, so it was nice to meet him. Billy Piper, Rose Tyler from Doctor Who.
I quite enjoyed meeting Stephen Moffat.
Yes, that was
really
LFCC, wasn't it?
It was
The
really
Olympics. That was really nice to get a good chat with him, and it was kind of at the end of the day, so we couldn't talk too much, and we were kind of wrapping things up. We had a quick chat with him, and he kind of clocked the badge, didn't he, with the Geeky Guys thing. And we also got a doctor as well. We finally met Matt Smith, didn't we?
Yes.
Number 11.
Yes, it was a good excuse for me to buy a fez.
Yes.
Not that I need an excuse to buy
No.
anything geeky related,
Oh, really?
obviously.
It was just a shame that they offered us the chance, didn't they, of David Tennant. And we were there for 2 hours refreshing, trying to buy tickets. We got them sometimes selected, but they came up with an error, and we didn't get them. So we've got to try and catch up with him at some point. He's one of the only doctors we've not had a photo with, the surviving ones, I think, now.
Yeah, I think he is. Well,
Yeah.
obviously Jodie Whittaker, but apart from
Jodie,
just David Tennant.
And then it's literally just finishing off a few companions then. We're getting good, decent size of the set together, aren't we?
We are.
And I think we also ought to mention it was nice that we managed to finally catch up with Nichelle Nichols
Yes.
at Destination Star Trek, who'd been very poorly for a little while and was wondering if we was going to get the opportunity, if she was going to come to the UK again. But we got to see her, and she was very friendly and nice, seemed quite well, which was nice to see.
I would like to also say that I quite enjoyed Vegas.
Yes,
So
we went to
I
Vegas,
went across to the Star Trek Las Vegas. I was just there for 1 day, but I was there on holiday. But I popped across, met Kate Mulgrew. But that was
Yeah.
really nice. First American convention, so that was quite nice to go and visit.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to hear the differences from the US ones to the UK, and we kind of thought that there was going to be bigger and loads and stuff going off, but it seemed like it was quite chilled, but very well laid out.
Very well organised, and it wasn't hustly and bustly. Like
because you said because maybe it was over 5 days rather than 2.
And
helped.
Let's face it, what made it even better was the fact that I couldn't get the Eagle Moss extra large Enterprise E, but they had them there on the store, so I managed to bring one back.
Yeah, I managed to get that. It's in. We like our oversized.
It's been an interesting year.
It has. It's been a good one. It's been a busy one, and 2019 I think will be just as busy, if not more. I think probably.
Yeah. We've
Down
got
to it.
quite a lot coming up next year.
More podcasts, more videos, more photos. I'm sure we'll get a few more photo ops in as well, won't we? We've got a John Sim autograph on the way, which would be nice to add to our collection. We've got that coming in. One thing I think we do need to talk about is Christmas lunch. What do you have in the Mr. P household normally?
Well, it's always been customary to go back to my parents every year, so we have the traditional Christmas dinner. We tend to avoid the turkey and go for chicken or gammon.
Right.
But
Chicken and gammon, man, eh?
I do like a nice gammon joint. Yeah, so it's just your standard traditional dinner. We don't go all out really. It's more about just getting together and having fun.
Yeah, I think that's what Christmas is all about, really. I think it's pretty similar for me. Usually I have turkey, but say it is fun sometimes to mix it up and have beef or lamb or chicken or something like that. Roast potatoes. Brussels sprouts obviously always divides the nation, doesn't it? I actually don't mind if they're quite soft. I don't like when they're hard, but when they're a bit charbroiled and a bit overdone, they're not bad. Horseradish, red sauce, parsnips.
You go the whole hog.
You can have a hog if you want, yeah, Christmas hog, why not? You can have that, definitely. And then obviously a glass of wine with your Christmas dinner maybe.
Oh, but of course.
I think that's the time when you do go wine rather than beer, isn't it?
Mm.
With your Christmas meal, you've got to do that.
Here's a question for you. If you could have anyone at your Christmas
Hang on 1 minute. Do you have Christmas crackers?
Yes. And
You do.
my dad used to, on Boxing Day, he used to make crackers.
Oh, right. Oh, that's
so
quite
we
cool.
always used to get a little gift, and he used to make a cracker out of it.
I would imagine it's a slightly better gift than what you get from your normal Morrison's crackers, I would imagine.
Yeah, just like if ever we were young and we had like a CD on our Christmas list, we'd get that on Boxing Day in our cracker.
CD in a cracker? How did that
Oh,
work?
there were some really weird shaped crackers.
No, it sounds like it. But yeah, that's always good fun if you can make your own, customise it a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So while you're having your Christmas dinner, who would you invite if you could invite anybody to sit down with your meal at Christmas time?
like your dream guests.
Yeah.
If it wasn't your family, if you're kicking them out for Christmas Day.
Just a couple. If you could have two people that you could invite.
Well, I've already thought about this, and I'm going to be a little bit greedy, and I'm going to go for 3. Now, you've got
the
to
Three
have,
Amigos.
maybe Steve Martin and all that lot, maybe. Yeah, I think for me, it's got to be Doctor Who on one space. So I think I'd have David Tennant. I'd have the 10th Doctor on one. I think you've got to have a bit of humour, a bit of controversy, a bit of fun, a few games stuff. Jimmy Carr, I think that'd be quite funny. And then a nice lady, I'd probably have Reese Witherspoon. Imagine she'd be quite nice on the Christmas table sorting everything out. Yeah, I think so. How about for yourself?
I think. Are we saying people that are alive now or anybody?
Well, if you've got 2 lists, why not do both? Let's say for alive now for starters.
Okay. I think Tom Baker.
Yeah. Can see that.
Stephen Fry.
Yes, he'd be very good, wouldn't he?
And it might be interesting to maybe have someone like Michelle Obama.
Certainly be a lot of good conversation with that, wouldn't there, with Michelle Obama and Stephen Fry?
Yeah. If you have anybody,
if you went people that have passed as well.
Yeah, I think I would have Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. Classic Man of Steel at the
I'd
table.
quite like to sit down and have dinner with George Peppard, because there's been a lot of controversy about behind the scenes when they were filming the A-Team, and the fact that some of them didn't get on, and I just think I saw some behind the scenes footage of him when he was doing some charity work, and he seemed a really nice guy. So I don't know. I'd be interested to sit and have dinner with him.
It would be interesting to see what he would say, and you know exactly what would happen though, don't you? It'd be on the jazz, man.
Yes.
Especially Christmas Day.
Yeah. Well, Christmas dinner, yes.
I think that we've certainly covered Christmas dinner, and I don't think we're going to get our dream list, but you never know one day. Apart from the dead ones.
And that just leads us on to one of the last things we need to say to you, which is we did put some polls out, messages out a while ago saying if there's any starships from the Eagle Moss collection, both Discovery and the normal collection, or Doctor Who figures.
Yeah, the Doctor Who figurines.
Because we have them all. So if there's any that's
taking your fancy,
yeah,
let's have a
or
look
you
at.
want to go back and relook at one properly, then just tweet us and ask us.
Tweeters, emailers, Instagrammers.
You know all our stuff. All our links for those social media things are on the website at geekyguys.co.uk. But yeah, just ask us, because obviously we're only here rambling on because you're there watching us.
Yeah, exactly.
So we do really appreciate it. So thank you very much for following and subscribing.
For listening and watching.
And listening and watching. Sound like Joey from Friends. It's all about having and holding. Yeah, so we're only here because of you, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And obviously, like we say, if there's anything you want to look at that's geeky wise from those collections, just tell us and we'll re-look at them again in more detail. We're also open to topic suggestions as well. We like to chew the fat and talk about anything geeky.
Yeah.
We're in the process of putting together our social media strategy for 2019, including topics and things that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And we're obviously open to suggestions as well.
Yeah, so do let us know if there's something that we're not covering that we should be covering, it's on trend or just something you're interested in, give us a shout on one of the social media areas somewhere and we'll have a look at it.
And I think, Dave, we're pretty much there for Christmas. I think we've got to let these people go off and get more booze out and
get the booze and food and sweets and biscuits out and go and enjoy it.
Which just leaves us to say thanks very much for watching. We hope you are having a fantastic Christmas. We certainly hope you're going to have a fantastic New Year, and we will see you in 2019. Merry Christmas,
We will.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.